morning, everyone, and thanks for coming out to worship with us here at Beacon. If you're joining us for the first time today, we'd just like to welcome you and invite you to fill out the middle flap in your bulletin, tear it off, and drop it in the offering plate as it goes around. We also invite you to stop by the Welcome Center on your way out and pick up one of our welcome packets, which will give you everything you need to know about Beacon. And now, on to this week's updates.
Hey everyone, first off, we are very excited to announce the redesign of our church website. Some new features will include a church calendar, photo and video gallery, and information about upcoming events. You will also be able to listen to the weekly sermons and watch the weekly video announcements online. Check it out today at www.beaconefc.org. Next up, in just 3 weeks, we as a church will have the unique opportunity to learn about what God is doing in our community and in our country through local missions. It's all part of our Mission Possible 2 weekend, coming November 1st and 2nd. We'll be kicking off the weekend with a dessert night at 6:45 on Saturday. The evening will feature testimonies and pictures from some of our own church missions trips, fellowship time with local missionaries Jennifer Burke and Joe Matera, and an encounter with Mark Lewis, the director of Reach Global's Crisis Response Division, who will help us experience what it's like to respond to a major disaster anywhere in the world. You can fill out the orange insert in your bulletin to RSVP. And last but not least, we will be scheduling photographs next week for our new Beacon picture directory. Pictures will be taken by Olin Mills on December 4th, 5th, and 6th. Each family will get a free 8x10 and the opportunity to order additional prints, which will be back in time for Christmas. Don't forget to schedule your appointment next week in the back of the sanctuary. All right, everyone, that's all the highlights I've got for you today. Don't forget to sign up for SOAR Session 2 at the tables in the back. And if you're planning to eat at the Beacon Deli at this week of SOAR, please RSVP today at the Welcome Center, as you'll notice there's no insert in your bulletin. Also at the Welcome Center, if you're free from 6 to 8 p.m. on October 27th or 30th, there are sign-ups today to help with evaluation nights for Upward Basketball and cheerleading. This will be a fun time of welcoming children and parents to the church and into the program. I'd like to leave you with a clip of Louis Giglio's video message, Indescribable, that our Beacon men will be watching at tomorrow night's Ironman meeting. All men are invited here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for pizza, fellowship, and the chance to watch the rest of this movie. Have a blessed worship time, everyone, and I'll see you next week.
You understand probably more than the other cities that we're going to be going to about the sun. It's a raging ball of fire, people. It is not just up there, nice and happy, smiley face coming up, as we used to draw it as kids. It is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface. It is raging intensity. It is like billions of nuclear bombs going off every second. So strong, it's sending light out at 186,000 miles a second. It only takes the beam of light 8 minutes to cover the 93 million mile journey from the sun to your skin in Houston, Texas. And it came out of the mouth of God. We cannot think that He is some kind of mamby-pamby God, some kind of mealy little weak God. He is ferocious, this God we are worshiping tonight. He is intense in power and holiness and radiant splendor and might. And He opens His mouth and things like that just come out of His mouth. We got to remember that tonight. That's who we're worshiping. It's 100 times the diameter of Earth. In case you don't know how big that is, take a look. This gives you a little perspective on us. And that's why tonight when you go to sleep, you want to thank God that we're 93 million miles away from the sun.